Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tutu here again. So you all know what this channel is about, so I'm not going to start doing some sort of introduction. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, I want to come to the UK but I don't know how to start. I want to start this journey but I don't know what to do. I don't know what documents I need and all that. So usually I would refer them back to my videos. I'll be like, go and watch the videos on my channel and you would understand. But I realized that some people are not patient enough to watch lots of videos, and also I just want to put everything together and basically explain it. So I put together a free ebook and I usually also send the links to people, but Nigerians do not like to read. So but if you like to read, it's like all the information together. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can also just download it if you like and share with your friends if they need it and if it's going to be helpful. But if you don't want to read like a lot of Nigerians or a lot of Africans, you can just watch this video. So stay with me, watch it to the end, and you're going to understand what to do, how much money you need, when you need the money, and the documents you need. Yeah, let's get into it. So the first of all, if you want to come study in the UK, obviously you need to know what you want to study. A lot of people actually do not need the masters that they want to come for, but because it's like a means to an end, it's a means to leave Nigeria, so many people want to just, some people it's even their second masters, so they're like, I can literally do any course. But one thing you need to consider first of all is you don't want to do a course where you fail, because if you fail, you fail and fail out of the UK back to Nigeria. There's this false information going around that if you fail a course, they will extend your visa for you to write the course. I've had 2 or 3 people who have had to fail courses and they threatened to send them back to Nigeria. So luckily for them, they were able to resit those courses before their visa expired, because the school is not going to, maybe some schools do it, but most schools will not want to extend your visa because you failed the course. Like, hello, you're here to read and pass, so why are you failing? But that's not my own. So first of all, you want to pick a course that you would pass. Yeah, because for you to apply for the 2 years post-study visa, you need to have passed your course. So the first thing to do is to find a course that you like. For me, I came to study project management. It's kind of what I've always wanted to do because I had a background in civil engineering, so I wanted to do construction project management, but I just decided not to confine myself, so I just did project management generally, and it was quite easy because it's not so difficult because it's what I like. Now, after you find the course that you want to study, the next thing to do obviously is to find a school that offers it. So what you could do is you could go on Google and just search list of universities that offer MSc project management or MSc project management in the UK. Just play around words like that and I'm going to check, and if I find a link, obviously I'll put it in the description below. So when you do that, you just see a list of universities and all that. So you can now maybe take note of all the universities, or maybe 5, 6, any amount you want, and then you go to the school website itself and check what the school fees is, check if they have discounts, scholarships and all that, and then just basically put all the documents together. So for me, I was applying to, if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I applied to University of Chester, I applied to University of Bedfordshire, applied to Newcastle University, applied to University of Aberdeen, and applied to University of Aberdeen and University of Salford. So the reason why I picked University of Salford was because it was the soonest I could come to the UK. They had June intake, and that was what I applied for. So when I got the admission, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to wait for all these other people. I just proceeded with my application. So those are the things you can check. When is their next intake, the school fees and all that. So let's say I decided to go with University of Salford. I would just search MSc project management, University of Salford. And once you do that, it takes you to the exact course and the website for that course on the school. I don't know how to explain it here. So I'm going to, you should see it here. I'm going to try and do that so that you see it here. So once you do that, you can read about the course, when the next intake is, the school fees and all that. As at the time I applied, the school fees was about 14,000 something, but I think now it's increased to about 15,000. I don't know the exact amount, but it should just be around that. The next thing you need to do after you have search for the schools, you found the school you want to go to, you need to also look out for the city, because some cities, when you go there, you can't get jobs, you can't get side jobs and stuff you get. But maybe cities like London, Birmingham, Manchester, you get there's lots of opportunities there. So even if you don't have actual office jobs while you're schooling, you can have lots of part-time jobs. But there are jobs everywhere in the UK. Honestly, let me know, maybe discourage anybody, but you need to just check that the city is not too quiet, so that you don't end up going to a very cheap university and then you can't even work to have some kind of side monies, because there's very, very, very little opportunities there. So these are some of the things you need to look at. So now, after you've found the school you want to go to, you obviously need to apply. And to apply, the documents you need are your BSc, that's your first degree certificate, your WAEC result, which most schools now use as English language proficiency. Now you need your transcripts. So a lot of people have reached out saying, oh, my school can't give me my transcript and all that. This is really, really common with a lot of Nigerian universities. So how you could go around that is you could use an agency to apply. So normally they would give the agency the transcript, and then the agency can apply to all the schools you want to apply to with it, if they're not going to give it to you in your hand. But if they give it to you in your hand, then you don't need an agency. So if you're going to use an agent, make sure you're using a free agency. There are free agencies like UCAS, is it BCI? I can't remember their names now. It's just UCAS that I have off the top of my head. And UCAS is free, obviously. You don't need to pay any money to anybody. Literally everything is free. So if you're going to apply and if you're going to use an agency, make sure you are using a free agency and you're not paying them a dime, because schools in the UK pay agencies monies for everybody they bring. So if maybe they bring 10 people and 10 people pay their school fees, they'll give them some sort of amount and all that. So yeah, that's why you need to use agents that are free. Your BSc results, your work result, your transcript, and then you need a personal statement. Personal statement basically is just like a summary telling them why you want to study that course, what motivates you. You could also just go online and search personal statement samples for maybe project management or whatever course you're doing. So you put all that together, and some schools will also ask you for your international passport. So once you have all this, you can apply for admissions. And please apply to as many schools as possible, because in most universities in the UK, admission is free. There's no application fee, so you can apply to as many schools as you want. This gives you more options, gives you a higher hand, so you're not expecting that, oh, you're going to leave Nigeria in January and then the school that you're banking on doesn't now give you admission. It's going to be disastrous, because it will break your heart. So yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Throw your eggs in a lot of baskets. So after you get admission, after you are offered admission, most schools will give you a conditional offer, meaning you have to satisfy a particular condition for your offer to be unconditional. So most of the time it would be to pay your initial deposit. So now let's do the maths. Say you picked University of Salford, project management, and you're coming in January. So the school fees, let's just assume the school fees now is 15,000, and the school asks you to pay an initial deposit of 5,000. So maybe May, June, say you have been offered admission this month, they'll tell you, oh, you need to pay it before so and so day, so that your admission can be confirmed or stuff like that. So you pay the 5,000 pounds, obviously not naira, 5,000 pounds. So once you pay the 5,000 pounds, it goes off from your total school fees. So now you have a balance of 10,000. Yeah, let's just keep that 10,000 somewhere. After you have paid your initial deposit, then you need to go for your TB test. TB test is one of the documents you need to apply for your visa. It's like medical checkup or whatever. I don't know why they call it TB, but yeah, so it's medical and stuff like that. So it costs 57,800, and it's done in only 2 places in Nigeria: IOM Center in Lagos or IOM Center in Abuja, and you can book it online. I'm also going to put the link in the description box, so you could use the link to book for the test. So some schools will also ask you for this, but most schools will not ask you for it. Usually the certificate is issued the same day you go for the test, so it's not really some kind of stress. I don't know, it's not really a long thing. Yeah, once you find a date, you go and you get it done with. And please, it's only valid for 6 months, so try to do it closer to your resumption. Do you get what I mean? So if you're going in January, try to do your TB maybe around August, September, so that it's still valid. If you go and do it in June, maybe before you're resuming, it might have expired, because you need to enter the UK before it expires. So now there's something called CAS, which is confirmation. I don't know whether it's confirmation for acceptance of studies or confirmation of acceptance for studies, whatever. I don't know, but it is CAS, CAS. So after you've paid your initial deposit, your school issues you a CAS letter or a CAS document, and now this is also part of the document you need to apply for your visa. So back to the amount of money you need. At this point, you have only spent money on your initial deposit, which was about £5,000. I'm not going to convert to naira because I don't know when you're going to watch this video, whatever the exchange rate will be. And if you want to pay this 5,000, one of the cheapest or the easiest way you can pay it is using Form A. Form A is now digital, or rather it's now online, so you just need to register on the trade system website, do everything, and it takes a very, very long time because the banks will claim they have a lot of queue. Everyone wants to leave Nigeria at the same time. So yeah, if your deadline is like in August, you might like to start doing your Form A in May, because it can take that long for you to for it to be issued. You get what I mean? After you've paid your initial deposit, you've gotten your TB, the next thing you need to do is to present a bank statement, and that bank statement you have to have a certain amount of money in your account for 28 days. So some schools will demand for this bank statement before issuing you your cards, but some schools would not. But if your school requests for it, then obviously you have to put the money in your account before that. Yeah. So now the amount of money you need to have in your account for your bank statement to be valid or okay is the balance of your school fees, which was 10,000 as we discussed, and then your cost of living. Now, if your school is outside London, your cost of living is £1,023 for at least 9 months, so that would be £9,207. But if your school is inside of London, your cost of living will be £1,334 for 9 months, and that would give us £12,006. Obviously, you know what this means? This means you should look for schools outside of London, right? I don't know, I'm just saying. So yeah, let's just say we are applying to University of Salford. The University of Salford is outside of London, obviously. So we are looking at 9,207. Now, we had the balance of school fees balance of 10,000, and now cost of living is 9,207. So the UK government would expect you to have £19,207 in your account, because they expect that when you come to the UK, you're going to pay the balance of your school fees, and then you're going to be able to take care of yourself. Now, this £19,000, I don't want to have to say something and then like somebody will quote me somewhere. So I'm just going to try to communicate this in a way that only the people who need this will understand it. So for this 19,207, you mustn't I won't take suck this thing now. It not really mean say you go day or now you go get them. I am trying, guys. So it not really mean say it guys be your own. Shey you get me? Maybe your relatives or anybody if you just wire the thing to your Aza, you understand? And then once the days don't complete, you feel, I'll just leave it that way. So yeah, the government expects you to have £19,207 in your account. So you count 28 days from after you've maybe put the money in your account. To get the naira equivalent of this, there's something called Rwanda exchange rate. That's what the UK government is going to use. So for the 28 days, you have to make sure that the money in your account doesn't go below the amount you need. So let's just say 19,207, and then you check the exchange rate. I don't know what the exchange rate today is. I'm just going to also put the link in my description box. You can check it as at the day you're applying. So just say the exchange rate is 500, and then you multiply 19,207 by 500, whatever you have. Don't put that exact amount. What I did when it was my time, if the exchange rate was 500, I decided to use 530 because I know that in 1 month unless maybe rapture happens. I don't see how pounds can go up from 500 to 530, but it can happen. But I just like put my faith. That's how I just put it. So always add some extra money. So you would use maybe 530. So 530 times 19,207, that's the amount you put in your account. So that amount has to be there for 28 days, and then, or maybe you could leave it 30 days just to be safe. So after you've had that, if your school requested for your bank statement before they issue your CAS, you just print it, send it to your school, and they'll send you your CAS. And yeah, but if your school did not, by now you should start filling out your visa application. So the link is also going to be in my description box. You fill it out. They're going to ask you some questions. You answer. You need like your CAS. Obviously, you need your CAS to fill your visa application, because they're going to ask for your CAS number. They'll ask for your school sponsored license number. They'll ask for a lot of things. And once you have all that, you fill it in and everything is good to go. I have a video guiding you on how to fill your visa application. I'm going to like I'll put it up there, or put the link below anyway, and you should see it. So after you fill it, then the first thing you need to pay for is your IHS. Now IHS, there's no fixed amount for IHS. It depends. IHS is dependent on the duration of your course. If your course is maybe 13 months or less, your IHS should be about £705. But if it is about 14 to 16 months, it should be £940. I don't know. I'm also going to put a link in the description. You could calculate how much your IHS is going to cost depending on the duration of your course on your visa. So once you do that, your IHS is also going to show in dollars. So whenever you want to pay, payments always show in dollars. So once you pay for your IHS, then the next thing you pay for obviously is your visa. And then the cost of visa, if you're applying from outside the UK, is £363, which is also going to show in dollars. And I don't know what the dollar rate will be, because it depends on what the dollar rate is, the naira to pounds to dollar exchange rates. And then if you're applying from inside the UK, it's going to be £490. But I know most people are applying from outside the UK, so let's just focus on £363. Now after paying your visa fee, obviously, then it's going to now redirect you to pick a date for your biometric appointment. You're just going to go there and do your fingerprint. So when you're picking that date, they're going to like redirect you to the TLS site. So now the TLS site, you can now choose whatever services you want. If you want to use VI, that's Victoria Island in Lagos, you're going to pay an additional £55. But if you decide you want to use Ikeja or Abuja, you don't need to pay anything. So lots of people ask, what are the benefits of using VI? Why do I have to pay that extra money? So you might likely get a date sooner, because not everybody wants to pay that £55. You might, I'm not saying you will. And then maybe it might be less stressful from Ikeja, I do not know. But I've heard that VI and Abuja are usually good. I used VI in my time, so yeah, you can use anywhere you want to use. That being said, so when you're also there, you can decide to pick assisted service or self-service. So for self-service, it means you're going to upload your documents yourself. So you do everything before your biometrics before coming there. But for assisted service, you just need to take all your documents there, and then they will help you upload it. There's really no difference. Assisted service is like an additional 11,400 or something like that, but for self-service, you just upload it. There's not much difference. After you fill your visa, everything, you've done all the payments, you've picked your biometric dates, everything, you will then get like a checklist. And now that checklist is going to tell you, or rather remind you of the documents you need to bring for your application, or you need to upload if you're doing self-service. So it's going to likely be your BSc certificate, your TB results, your transcripts, your WAEC results, your bank statements. Yeah, then if you're applying as a dependent, if you're applying as a dependent, they would ask you for your bank statements, your marriage certificate, and I don't know if they ask for all those other documents, but yeah, that's that. So once you do this, either you upload or you take it there, yeah, you just get your visa. The next thing to do obviously is to buy your flight tickets and start coming to the UK. So literally you don't need to like have all the money like I said in the beginning. So for University of Salford now, let's just say your school fees was remaining £10,000. So when you come, they have a payment plan of 7 installments. So the 10,000 would then be divided into 7, and you'll be expected to pay this in 7 installments. That's like you pay it every month. So if you're resuming in January, they'll expect you pay your first installment in February. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So by August, they'll expect you would have finished your payment. So when you come, you can likely get a job, a lot of things you can do to help you gather the balance and meet up with the £1,000. No, it's obviously not £1,000, but I don't know, meet up with the balance of your school fees every month. Yeah, so after that, I think, yeah, that's just about it. And then you just have some money. Just so if you go on websites where you get your accommodation, just have an idea of the estimates you can get accommodations in the city you're coming to. Just budget for about 2-3 months or 4 months, yeah, because most people won't even want to rent apartments to you. And yeah, because you're just coming in, they are not confident you can pay, so they will always tell you to like maybe pay up front, pay a certain amount up front, all those kind of things. Yeah, then yeah, so just have some amount of money in your account for your accommodation for the first few months that you'll be here. Or if you have somebody you can patch with, much better, makes your life easier. So I don't know if this is descriptive enough, because I am just trying to make this descriptive as possible. So at this point, the only monies you have spent is your initial deposits, the money for your TB, the money for your visa fee, the money for your IHS, your flight tickets. Yeah, that's literally the only money you spent. And then once you get to the UK, you can hustle around and, you know, gather the remaining funds. So yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's about it. So remember that the cost of living, it's not like you're paying it anyway. You just need to have it in your account to show that you can actually afford to take care of yourself in the UK. And that's about it. So I don't know if they've started doing visa interviews now, but as at the time I applied, due to the pandemic, there wasn't any interview. I just did my biometrics and then I got my visa and then I came to the UK, and that's how my life changed for good. Yeah, so I think that's about it, guys. So I'm going to drop the links in the description. And remember, I have a Telegram group where we discuss things like this. So if you're just starting out your journey and you have lots of questions to ask, you can actually click the link in the description, join the Telegram group, and yeah, let's just discuss, ask questions. Lots of people ask questions. People filling out their visa application, they ask questions and they get responses, like very quick responses, because everyone is just there to help and discuss with one another. And remember also that if you want to get accommodations, Amber Students is actually one of the best out there. They have like very picture perfect accommodations, like I always say, and they are really, really nice and very reliable. You can even pay for accommodations from Nigeria and you are rest assured that there is a face that you can hold if anything goes wrong. But obviously nothing is going to go wrong. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and please remember to subscribe, like and share my video. Thanks. Bye.